Typical day with home video studio, I get up pretty early in the morning. That's always just been a tradition of mine. But when I do go down into my office, into my studio, first thing that I do is I'll check my emails from home video studio, follow up on any leads that may have come through overnight. And I'll also check my any marketing, advertising opportunities in my dashboard, and then kind of just walk around the studio and see, okay, which jobs do I need to follow up on immediately and get them out the door.
A day in the life of my studio is a great thing because I get up, I don't have a commute, I don't have to do anything else. Generally, I get up early, I'm an early riser, I'll get up, I'll start some tapes, I'll go upstairs while those tapes are running, I'll eat breakfast, I'll check email, do those types of things. Then I can take a shower most days as I go in, just depends on how busy I am. And then throughout the day, it's just a process. I'm talking with customers on the phone who are calling with projects that they want to, get more detail on. I'm running tapes. I might be, as the tapes are running, going in and running audio tapes. I've got a separate part of my studio where I do the audio work and those types of things. So there's never a lack of anything to do. It's different every day. You can make it different based on what you want to do. It doesn't have to be the same thing. It's not just like you're running tapes every day. You can run film, you can go in and do some audio work, you can run some slides. So it's a lot of fun and it's a lot of variety to the day.
A typical day for me in my studio is I get up usually early, around 4:30 a.m., and I start my social media marketing program. And then eventually I do make it into the shower, and eventually I will make it into my studio and start all my machines up and start my transferring of videotapes and films. And before I know it, the phone starts ringing. I have to start answering phones, and at some point I do have to close down at the end of the day. But it's always a fun day for me. I'm very blessed to be doing this business.
Well, running my own studio is kind of heaven on earth. I love the flexibility. As I said before, I work different hours. A typical day, I'll do my home type work because I live in a big old house, and then at 1 o'clock I'll open my doors and work till 5:30. I'll entertain customers. I just recently set up at a reception area that has been working really well, and my studio is downstairs in my basement, so I meet people upstairs in a nice bright area, and I do all my production downstairs, and I stay busy.
A day in the life of my studios, I usually get into my studio right around 9 o'clock in the morning, and the first thing I do is I go through all my emails. I try to take about 20 minutes. I sort them out from garbage to whatever I need to, address. And then the first thing I do is I take out all the tapes that I had started from the day before, and I make sure everything is correct, and I go through my box and I set everything up, and I get 4 tapes running. And then I go on to, I have my other little business, and I'll look and see what I need to do for there, and I kind of make myself a priority list for the day, and then I just get started. Every day could be different. I could be doing editing, or I could be on the phone, or I could be scanning in slides. You just don't know what the day is going to be like. It's different every day.
There is no real typical day to a home video studio owner because we basically go off of the demands of the clients that we have. I can tell you that I have never been without work. We have a queue that's within our studio. People come in. It's not a retail type of business. It's not where they come in and they do the transaction and they leave and you'll never see them again. They have to drop off their product. We need to work with it a little bit of time. It enters into our queue. It might be a week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later before we have it completed, and then we call them and they come back in. But my typical day, I come in and open my studio at 9:30 in the morning. And I start looking at my database of what projects do I have in queue, what deadlines did I give the clients, and then I start working on the deadlines that are going to be coming up first. So it might be a film job, it might be a video transfer, it might be a photo keepsake. It could be any project that's out there. Those are the ones I work on, which the ones that the clients are expecting to have turned over by a set deadline. But once we start, we are usually doing multiple jobs. I usually have at least 2 or 3 videos being transferred at the same time, as well as running an 8mm or a Super 8 film, or a 2000 slide order that needs to be transferred to JPEGs. We do a lot of work at the same time, and then in the midst of all the operation, if someone comes in the door, we come out, we greet them, we find out what they want, we answer their questions, we make them comfortable. Many of our clients have become our friends. I golf every Monday with one of my best clients because we've just become close. One of the dangers about home video studio is you start getting very familiar with your clients because they are sharing with you their lives. So we have done transfers for families where we've seen all of their children from the time they were born to the time that they graduate high school. And by the time we're finished with their project, we feel like we know them. We met them for 5 minutes when they dropped their project off. The next time they see us, we're treating them like they're old friends. And it was an unexpected joy of the business.